This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28 through 30. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Yahweh is a true name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world refers to as God. Yahweh Shai is a true name of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus Christ. Alright. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit, laboring in this word and doctrine. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Akim, pushing this gospel, good news in sincerity and in honesty, the world over, risking their life for Yahweh Hashem Yahshai's sake. Adawan Ratazar, which means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So the reason why I brought out alright, these two verses is because we can see judgment being played out upon the earth, okay? And Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, alright, has many ways in which he executes judgment, alright, as he sees fit, and rightfully so. Okay. Now this is an article from ABC News dated March the 21st, 2023, and the headline reads, Mountain lion attacks man from behind while he and his wife relaxed in hot tub. Okay. So it says underneath, he and his wife began screaming and splashing the water at the animal. Okay. It says a man was attacked from behind by a mountain lion and suffered wounds to his head while he and his wife were relaxing in an in-ground hot tub. Now, straight away, my spirit's telling me these are Edomites. For some reason, I could just sense it in my spirit. But, we'll see. That's just what I'm saying. My humble personal opinion. So, it says, the incident occurred at approximately 10 p.m. on Saturday night when the couple alerted Colorado Parks and Wildlife that the man had just been attacked by a mountain lion while the pair was soaking in a hot tub at a rental home in a heavily wooded area about 5 miles west at Nathrop, Colorado, along Chalk Creek in Chaffee County. These animals, they're vexed, okay? The environment is polluted, alright, because of this devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man, alright, and, the damage is done to this earth, okay? It's removed animals from their habitats, and they've had to try and adjust, alright, to new living places, to new living habitats, okay? So now they're going to areas, right, where people are, which really they're the areas where they are originally, but people have taken over their habitats, right? So all that stress, it gets to them and they attack and lash out, okay? I'm going to get a precept in the book of Genesis, alright? Go Genesis chapter 25. Alright, because Esau is a cunning hunter, alright? Genesis chapter 25, verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And if we go into the Hebrew word for field, okay, and the Hebrew word for that is Shadah, okay, Shadah, which is Strong's H 7704, and the outline biblical usage goes into field, land, cultivated field, alright, land opposed to sea, plain opposed to mountain, of home of wild beasts, alright, so habitats where these animals dwell at, like wooded areas where mountain lions dwell at, and various other creatures, alright. You have deforestation, okay, you got all sorts of chemicals being pumped there, removal of trees, and the habitats ultimately being overcome and destroyed, so the animals are displaced. Go back to the article, okay. It says the victim had 4 superficial scratches on top of his head and near his right ear. Colorado Parks and Wildlife said in a statement following the incident, by the time CPW was alerted and responded, the victim had cleaned the wounds and declined any medical assistance. The officers determined the injuries were consistent with the claw of a mountain lion. Right. The victim told the officers that he and his wife were sitting in the hot tub a short distance from the home they were renting when at about 8 p.m. he felt something grab his head. Okay, let's get some more of this. He and his wife began screaming and splashing the water at the animal. The victim's wife grabbed the flashlight and shined it on the animal, which they then identified as a mountain lion. The light and commotion caused the mountain lion to retreat about 20 feet from the couple in the hot tub. They continued to scream at the mountain lion, and after a short time, it moved up to the top of a hill near some rocks where it crouched down and continued to watch the couple. Okay, so let's get a few more information on this article. This is the first reported mountain lion attack of a human in Colorado in more than a year, and the 24th known attack of a mountain lion causing injury to a person in Colorado since 1990. 3 other attacks in Colorado since 1990 have resulted in human deaths. Though mountain lion attacks are relatively rare, it is important to know how to avoid or manage potential encounters, officials said. Okay, and they've got the contact information for that. All right. Again, man, this is just judgment playing out. You wicked people that walk the earth, you inhabitants. Okay. Right, because hey, there's nothing new under the sun. All right. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 22. We can start at verse 21 actually. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark. Verse 22. And the hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the floods shall cruelly drown them. Okay. So you got natural disasters taking place on Earth. Okay. This is going into the destruction as well. The thermonuclear destruction. Okay. These angels are carrying out the destruction as well. And all this damage, all right, is coming upon Esau's head. Okay. The Lord is using the world to fight against the unwise. Okay. That's why there's more animal attacks on the rise. Verse 23. Yet a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealings shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. Okay. Yeah, and the ill dealings of Esau, alright, has brought forth devastation to the earth. Okay. Plus the prophets have spoken, his men, the prophets, have spoken these prophecies to come to pass. Right, just like Moses and Aaron did, in ancient Egypt, as they spoke to Pharaoh that certain things would happen, alright, if you don't do this or if you don't do that. Alright, and those things took place, those things happened. Okay. And Esau is always out against wild beasts, threatening them. Okay. I've already mentioned deforestation. Animals going endangered and extinct. Okay. Get another article. Now this is USA Today news. Pet monkey attacks woman in Oklahoma. Animal shot and killed by victims. Relative police say. Now, what are you doing with a pet monkey? Is what I want to know. Okay. There's certain animals you wouldn't have as a pet. You wouldn't have an alligator as a pet. A cat. A cat's alright as a pet. But these people, man. It says a pet monkey in Oklahoma ripped a woman's ear before it was shot and killed by a family member of the woman, authorities said. The incident happened Sunday evening in the city of Dixon, located in southern Oklahoma, after police said they were notified of a monkey on someone's porch. Police requested assistance from the Oklahoma Wildlife Department, and when officers arrived on the scene and exited their vehicle, the monkey reportedly jumped on one of the patrol vehicles and ran toward the woman. The monkey then climbed on the woman and injured her. Now this was I don't say if it was a recent article or not. Oh, no, it's not. That's a bit more on this. It said, victim said the monkey ripped my ear in half. The victim, identified by multiple outlets as Brittany Parker, said the monkey climbed up to her head and bit her ear. Okay. Police said Parker was transported to a local hospital before she was taken to Oklahoma University Medical Center in Oklahoma City due to the injury. Parker was released from the hospital Monday with bruises and stitches in her ear. Okay. Just let the animals live and be animals instead of trying to humanize them and give them a a modern human sort of life. Okay, they should be out in the wild, in the trees, in their habitats, instead of instead of having them as pets. That's why they lash out this way. Okay, it's going down into this article. It said it's not illegal to own a monkey. Own a monkey in Oklahoma. Oklahoma law does not prohibit people from owning a monkey in the state, but state law says it is a misdemeanor if domestic animals, which monkeys are defined as, are not properly enclosed. Okay, the misdemeanor is punishable by up to $50 or up to 30 days in jail. Only in Babylon the Great, man, you get, these strange, you know, strange laws, wicked laws that they pass. Okay, you know, and there's all sorts of abominable acts that they do to these animals behind closed doors. These Edomites. Okay, all right, and this, it's just wicked. Right, you got all these veterinary hospitals for them. You have animals like dogs getting hip replacements. Certain animals getting, you know, get syringed up, things like that. Okay, animals even being sterilized so they can't reproduce. That's backwards and wicked, completely. Okay, these animal surgeries, man, they make a lot of money. Okay, but this is the mind of Esau Edom. All right, because had they just been left alone, they wouldn't have these problems. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 17, which reads, "For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein." Okay, so these vengeance spirits are placed on animals to attack people all over the earth because of violence and wickedness, alright, of these inhabitants. Alright, let's get Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 3. "And I will appoint over them four kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy." Okay, and that's what's taking place on planet Earth. Alright, and rightfully so. And animals are a crucial part to the ecosystem. Okay, but the turning of things upside down, man. It's you know, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the land. Let's go back to Sirach 39, chapter 39. Let's go 31. Okay, it reads, "They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word." All right, and we're living in the time of judgment that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is pouring out. Okay, and the animals are sent to do this. All right, the animals are at Yahweh Shem Yahushua's commandment. Okay, and he can send an angel. All right, to direct the animal to attack an individual or a group of people that could walk past another one person. All right, and attack somebody else, and that be judgment upon that individual that it's attacked. Okay, verse 32. "Therefore from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing." Okay, verse 33. "All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season." Alright, and this is the time and season for this to happen. Judgment. Okay, this devil has gone way too far. Alright, like I mentioned, man, all these animals with different sicknesses, diseases, animals with arthritis, which somehow, they never used to have arthritis. But Esau's a mad scientist, and he conducts experiments on them. Okay, you know, clones them, and puts DNA, mixes different animal DNA together. All right, crossbred animals that were once a lot bigger, perhaps years and years ago, hundreds of years ago, are now smaller. Okay, let's go to Job. All right, I don't intend to make this long. All right, to the book of Job, chapter 20, go straight to 27. And it says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, Esau Edom, alright, and the earth shall rise up against him. Okay? The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Verse 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. Right? So Esau Edom, he's getting recompense for the evil works that he's done. Okay? And all the treasure and money that he's heaped up unrighteously, ill-gotten gains. Okay, that's gonna flee from him, right? Because riches profit not in the day of destruction. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, and more this devil's being revealed. Okay, and you heathens that follow this man and his ways. All right, y'all getting revealed too. All right, but more so Esau, Edom. Okay, close out with this last scripture. All right, because things can't continue to go on like this, man. It's you should be vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So back to Sirach chapter 10, verse 4, which reads, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay, and right now, as you can see from the works that have been pushed out, man, it's unprofitable. Mass death, disease, destruction, calamity. Okay, wicked laws being pushed out. All right, depression at all-time high. Okay, the economy falling, collapsing. Okay, LGBT, all them type of disgusting ways are pushed out and exalted as something positive in this life. Okay, all right. That's why we need Yahweh Hashem Yahshua to come back and set up his righteous kingdom and rule. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna end it there. Again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. So in closing, all praises, glory, and honor due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. With that, Kwame Asherala, Wa Ababa Ball. We got next, Lord willing. Shabbat Shalom to the elect.